movements light nowadays. All right, cool. Let's do some Tai Chi. And you know what, Aaron? Because you're here, I want to focus on that part in the third section that is. I went and looked it up, and it's TC. I have always called it cross kick, but it says like right deflect and left slap punch with lotus swing, something like that. So
okay, yeah, that'd be cool to look at.
Let's work on that today. It'll be third section stuff. So anybody watching from home, we'll be doing third section stuff. Let's actually do some Tai Chi. Let's start. Allow your feet to touch. Pull your head top up to the highest point. Relax your shoulders. Relax your hips. Take a deep breath and just raise the wrists. When we do Tai Chi Harmony, leave your elbows, your shoulders, your arms should feel heavy. And then let the base of the palms connect. Connect the tongue to the upper palate. Half smiles minimum. Focus all the way as far as you can. Activate your feet, and while you're breathing, we're lifting the base. Take a deep breath and relax. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of trying to stretch out our muscles and tendons real big, we're going to do some standing. So take a nice, comfortable shoulder width. So your shoulders are either on the insides, the center, the edge, whatever is comfortable for you. My feet are lined up. This camera makes it look like they're sticking out. Make them parallel. And then once your feet are situated, grip your feet and then sit your tailbone down over top of it like this without pushing the tailbone back or tilting it forward so that the lower back is straight. Push the head top up. And then just like somebody has a string on your thumbs and the string coming from the ceiling and they're pulling up just on the thumbs. So leave your shoulders, your elbows and wrists relaxed, and then expand. Have the feeling that you're holding something. And so to review the Tai Chi ideas, starting from the top, keep the head top up there. Relax your face, relax your jaw. The tongue is connected to the roof of the mouth. The corners of the mouth are activated in a half smile. The shoulders relaxed, chest is hollow. So while you're standing, put your mind inside of your body and allow your mind to travel around the inside of your body. Find places where there's tension. A lot of people in the shoulders here. So while you're standing, you're not doing anything else. You can focus on relaxing that tension. And then the same with the hips. Can you actually relax your lower back and the upper leg muscles to allow the tailbone to sit? What about the lower legs? Can you actually relax your calves more? You may need to make micro adjustments. Take a long, deep breath and then relax. We're going to go back to Tai Chi Harmony. Center. And now just turn. Grip your feet. Stretch your whole body like you're turning a towel. Like you're wringing out a towel or a cloth. Breathing. Use your breath to maximize the stretch. So as you turn, expand all the way. Come back to the center, and then we're going to start standing again. So grip your feet, and just as if there's a string, so the rest of your arms and hands are relaxed. Sink your tailbone as if you're sitting down. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows, relax your wrists. Activate the center using your core to support so that you can fully expand and stretch your back vertically and horizontally, opening up. Take a deep breath. With your mind inside your neck, is there tension? If so, can you relax it? And then working down with your mind inside your shoulders, can you relax that? The arms, breathing, can you make them softer, lighter? Feel your back. Be sensitive to yourself. What about your legs? Can you relax, release tension from the legs? Take a deep breath, relax, and return. We can return to Tai Chi Harmony. Pull your head top all the way up. Stand on the ground and relax. Next, feet shoulder width wide. Make sure you have space. We're going to turn around the center. So pull your head top up and sit your tailbone down like you're separating top and bottom. And breathing deep. I'm facing forward, so don't turn. I just did that once on camera. Lock your hips and your jawline facing in a direction. Check to see that you have a very serious expression while you turn around the center. And come back to the center. Third time's the charm. Take feet shoulder width wide. Grip the ground. Relax your shoulders. Pull your head top up. And then, as if there's a string, so that your elbows feel heavy and your shoulders feel heavy. Take the deepest breath you've taken all week so far. And now feel the inside of your body. Let everything relax. So breathe deep. And let your body expand in all directions. If you read in books, they say, stand in this posture for an hour. And there's a teacher in Los Angeles that does this. Guo teaches Tai Chi, and he has a 2-hour class, 1 hour of standing meditation practice, followed by 1 hour of Tai Chi. We're not going to stand for an hour. But if you do, when you practice in this way, you should start moving slowly. So breathe, relax, and when you want to start moving, see how slowly you can begin the movement. So transitioning from non-movement to movement as slowly as you can. See if you can keep that relaxed, expanded feeling. I'm just turning 2 circles with my hands like grasp the sparrow's tail left and right. So adding some movement, put your mind back inside your body and see if you can feel where tension has arisen. And then breathing deep, allow that to relax. You can turn this into an exercise shifting between one foot and the other foot. Try to keep your body as stable and relaxed as it was while we were standing static. Even while we move, you can still keep your mind regulating tension. You raise your hand, does your shoulder come up? Or is just your hand raising? And eventually we'll start moving to the speed we like to practice Tai Chi. So this is a sample, this is a demonstration, something for you to practice. We don't have the kind of time online to practice. Perhaps if we schedule it, we can stand for 1 hour together and then practice Tai Chi together to see what the experience is. Bring everything back to the center. Bring your feet together, bring your hands together. Connect the tongue to the upper palate. Lift the base of the torso. Take a deep breath. Relax. We are going to continue in just a second. So let's actually stretch a little bit more, and then we're going to do Tai Chi. So the same thing we just did a second ago. Allow your feet to touch, bring the hands together, and then turn. And this time, turn more slowly and relax your body and put your mind inside your body again to feel when you grip the toes from the bottom to the top where there's tension. When you turn, when you go to twist, don't twist your knees, by the way. Try to keep your hips locked in place. And breathing deep, reach your fullest breath at the apex of the turn. And see if you can find places where your body has soreness from retensing up. Come back to the center. Relax. Let's do some shoulder rolls. So the same thing. Now that we have a concept, put your mind inside your body and feel your shoulders. Feel all the muscles around your collarbones, the shoulder blades, the upper back, the chest, through this whole upper torso. Turn the other direction. And the same long, relaxed breathing that we started with. Do a few alternating, pull back to the center with the same kind of relaxation and eliminating tension. as our objective. We've done some turning around the center. Let's fold. So grip your feet, push your tailbone back and away, and completely relax your upper body. Let everything go with gravity. Remember to breathe, the same long breathing. And if you can put your mind inside your body while you're upside down, feel where there's tension. And when you're ready, grip the ground, unroll your spine using your abdominal muscles, breathing, inflate all the way up. And relax. Let's do the legs just a little bit. Shoulder width wide, shoulder width deep. Fold the inside hip, keep this leg straight. Reaching, and either push your chin or your head top forward. Remember to breathe. This is your stretch, so sink a little bit deeper. And then push forward. Let's do the other side. Shoulder width wide, shoulder width deep. Push the tailbone back, fold the inside hip, knee and toe all lined up. Breathe deep and either extend the head top or extend the chin. When you're ready, push forward. Let's do something for the lower back. If you sit in an office chair all day, every day for your job, you can bring your leg up, make the top part 90 degrees. You can relax the toe, and then taking both hands like I'm pulling it across and around my body this way, but I'm turning my head the other way. So this one, by the way, you can use a wall here so that when you do this, you can be sure your back is straight. Don't need a wall. We can use this for balance exercises as well. So if I face the camera directly and I'm all lined up, I bring this knee here. I'm going to pull it across, but you see my upper body turning the other way. Try the other side. Pull. This is good practice balance for at the end of the third section in our form. We have a couple of kicks, and today we're gonna work on that. And the kicks in Tai Chi from a martial arts standpoint, from martial arts perspective, are not very flashy. They're not very exciting. You may see in some martial arts they have this big kind of kick like this. Taekwondo has an axe kick that's meant to come down on the opponent's collarbone. Pigua has these big kicks. So, but this is, in Tai Chi, we consider this to be impractical. In fact, all of our kicks, in reality, aimed at the knee, the shin, the ankle, potentially the groin. Because from a defense standpoint, once my leg is higher than this, it's very challenging to maintain my balance. So if I have an opponent and my leg is up here, it's going to be very easy to topple me. And it's how much more so if my leg is way, I can't get it way up there, but here, this is more difficult to balance. So the kicks are considered to be small kicks, right? We have this type of movement. And the kicks that we're going to learn today, we're closing in on the sort of final custom movement of all the forms, which is a kick, right? This lotus kick. And we're going to start exploring that today. So let's do the form, the third section, up to what I'm going to call cross kick. So if you're new, if you're following along, if you're learning the form, remember we have some movements that repeating. Roll back, press, push, look left, glance right, double press, horizontal split, hook, and some type of whip, right? These movements repeating. Actually, hang on one second, I see something. Did I get it? No, that's all right, I'll get it another time. I saw there's a piece of dust or something on the lens right in there, and it needs cleaned. So let's do Tai Chi. We're going to start in the center because we're starting with the third section. So starting Tai Chi harmony, and then go back to that way of body being where everything is relaxed. Connect the tongue up there, lift the bottom while you're breathing, activate your feet. And then we're going to do commencement. And commencement you can use the commencement to do that standing meditation. In fact, Tai Chi, the commencement posture, there's no movement. And then once the movement starts from commencement, it doesn't stop ever until the end. So if we ever put a break and then continue, that's because that break is to illustrate one particular moment in time. So from Tai Chi harmony, shoulder width wide, commencement, and then from here, bring your right foot to the left, left hand on top. Form a T, right hand on top. Step to the square, palm press to your center, breathe deep, roll back. Turn south, press. Keep your mind inside of your body. Left, glance right, double press. Horizontal, split, hook. This is a side whip. I'm facing east. This is Yama Fazang, wild horse parting its mane. Number one, breathing. Yama Fazang. Number two, breathing. Yama Fazang. Number three, returning to rollback. Press. On. Look left. Glance right. Schwang. On. Horizontal. Split. Hook. Side whip. This is 4 corners. Corner number 1. Looking first, step. Corner number 2. Turning, step. Corner number 3, look, turn, 4. Look left. Sorry, this is left grasp the sparrow's tail. Right press. Chi. Ah. So, Yo. Pan. Schwang. I'm going to move the whole camera. Double press. Horizontal. Split. For those trying to remember the form, this is hook. The last one went to the side. This one goes to the corner. This is snake. Creeping down. And when we return, Di Long, Jinji Dui. On the other side, Jinji Dui. Breathing deep, this is repulse the monkey. Just like the second section. Sherfei. Diagonal flying is the same, but now we use the left hand stepping forward with the left foot. San Tong Bei. Turning. Block. Punch. Kick. Square step. La. Shui. Face forward, head top up. Di bu hua. Shan bu li. Press. Push. Left. Glance right. Double press. Horizontal. Split. Hook. The last one went to the corner, so this one goes to the side. It is a yin yang. We're in cloud hands in the third section. Press right. Press left. Press right. Press left. Press right. Press left. This is hook. Corner whip. Keep turning the torso for snake flashes its tongue. And when we turn here, there's a kick. And then what we're working towards today, which is cross kick. And then step forward, bring your feet together, bring your hands together in the center. Take a deep breath. Relax. Before we continue, does anyone have questions? Okay, great. That was just an excuse to get tea. So, let's look at cross kick. What is it? If I'm facing the camera this way, this is, I look at the roots for this one extending back into the first section, which is Ban Lan Shui, right? In fact, let's do all three Ban Lan Shuis. We have holding the moon in the chest, and someone has attached to the wrist. So we turn and press, open and punch. And then the same thing, someone has attached to this upper wrist. So we make this circle like this and step into their gate, open and punch. And now the same thing, this hand is going to circle and my foot is going to follow. The other hand is covering to protect. Lan Shui. So cross kick has the same feeling with the elbows, this turning, except now we have a kick. So the arms, and by the way, for this one, we're facing the same direction. We've just done snake flashes its tongue. We turn and pull, and then from here, you see all three of the moving limbs are making just a half circle. One half of the Tai Chi, one half of the Yin Yang. So all three of these, and right in front of my gate. So this is my pardon me, my structure, my gate. We want to keep this either inside the gate or just at the edge. So the movement in this one is almost the same as Ban, except in this, we're not using, somebody has grabbed and Ban, we use that torque to free ourselves, the power to get out of it. In this, we're using this as a block. So if there's something there in front of us, right, this type of block, You can just think of rotating the elbow, but it's going to happen with the waist and everything combined. And the idea is this rolling. So as it comes into contact with something, that extra rolling action is going to help deflect whatever is there, and take, if there's impact, that rolling takes the damage off. The other hand is unique, and it's one of the most unique hand postures in this whole form. It's a beak fist. Just like when we do hook and we have this fist here, and we can use this fist. I talk about it frequently as offensive power is coming, and we want to form this Tai Chi shape, this yin yang shape, to create a structure here, something. But we can also use this as a strike, right? If you look at the way my fingertips are compressed together and they flat. So, and if you squeeze that together and hit, keep the power, keep the compression in that circle and hit something, you're compressing the weight of the strike into those fingertips. Very, very powerful. Except, in this case, we're going to change it, right? So if we think of this like a bullet, now, and this is with the left hand. So if you're left-handed, it may be easier for you. But now, instead of this hitting with all 5 points going at once, right before the moment of impact, in fact, maybe even when one of the fingers barely touches, we're going to open, right? So this is like this. It's closed, and then in slow motion, opens. It doesn't make that sound unless you choose to make that sound, right? It has a sound. So, and the reason for this, this is very similar if you understand firearms and weaponry. There's something called a hollow point bullet. And a hollow point bullet is what it sounds like. There's a bullet, but the end of it is hollow. And the reason for that is because on impact, the metal at the tip of it crushes and expands and basically takes all that force and spreads it out over the surface. So in Bagwazhong, we use a lot of type of slaps and palms. The term zhang is meant to describe the palm, right? So in this case, this is one of the fanciest slaps I've ever seen. We actually use the beak fist to control aerodynamics right before a moment of impact, when it opens, it hits. So, cross kick. Let's review. By the way, let's actually do something else. We can relax from Tai Chi and go back to this warm-up. How many remember this exercise? Because the footwork for what we're working on right now is almost the same. This foot comes up in front. If I'm directly facing the camera, I'm going to go here and then here. So it comes up to the center. There's a type of hooking. The same thing with cross kick. We're going to first turn and come back. So the first hand, blocking. The second hand, also half circle, is doing this beak fist to explosion, and the foot is doing the same. This is, once you understand the parts, very simple. If I have an opponent in front of me, I'm going to and what is the kick? I'm going to use my office chair here. Is if I have an opponent in front of me, remember, our kicks are not meant to be flashy. This is too high. If I have to kick up here, it's too high, right? Because it's very easy for me to lose my balance. But if this was a representation of my lower body, my knee sits right at about the level where this chair is, right? We can raise it up a little bit to be more accurate. And we're going to use this area here as our target. So the concept is that we're kicking at the knee, specifically side and back of the knee. That's the reason for the arc, right? The reason I'm trying to do this is I want to get my foot around the target and kick it. This is a close range. The method I'm teaching right now, the application of this particular one is for close. You have somebody close. Actually, we can use a door for this one, right? Is if I have this door here and I'm very close to the door, this is the feeling, right? Is that this cross kick, maybe from a different, I don't know if this angle will work better, but you see there's a line. And I'm doing the same thing with my body. So think of when my structure is like this, like a door, it's going to turn. By the way, in the end of the second section, when we have this movement that looks like brush off, 2 winds in the ear, step back, pull with one side, kick, turn, 2, 3. That turning is maybe not entirely traditional, but my teacher didn't like the idea of pivoting in place, because if I do this movement, when I step back and pull, if I just turn in place to do the next one, chances are I'm going to get hit, right? So these shoes are brand new, they're very sticky on the carpet, but there's some Tai Chi after the kick, they have you turning in place. And cross kick, what we're doing right now is one of those. After we do the snake flashes his tongue, when we turn, we can pull, and then cross kick can be this, right? I don't recommend it. I recommend locking that foot and using it as your base, not to pivot. You can, if you understand how and why. I'm saying for now, practice it as a balance exercise. You have very strong balance, strong leg, and just practice making these 3 circles. So you can imagine if there's an opponent in front of you and they have their guard up, you have a three ways of trying to break their defenses: bottom, middle, and top. And you'll find, by the way, the Tai Chi has a lot of this. The Jin Chi delete, right? 1, 2, 3. There's 3 different things we're offering to the opponent. Let's practice. Let's talk about one movement actually just before this, because there's again a variation from the second section. So if we do cloud hands, and we finish cloud hands, and we do our corner whip square step, and we turn, cover, snake flashing its tongue. When we turn 180 in the third section for this kick, instead of Fen Shen Pi Shen Shui, which is turn and chop with fist, I like to say block punch kick, right? In the text, it's called turn and chop with fist. In the Mandarin, Fen Shen Pi Shen Shui. So this, instead of covering with this hand, after snake creeps down, once I've done my cover, this other hand is going to stay here. It's like the kicks at the end of the second section. So I'm getting into cross kick like this. My structure is here, and then all 3 scooping to pick up that gravitational assist to come back to the center. Is that clear? Yes, okay, I see head nodding. Let's do the same thing again. Let's do the third section up to cross kick and see what happens. Okay, I'm starting in the center. Bring the head top up, relax your shoulders, sink your tailbone. Breathe deep. Open shoulder width wide, start in commencement. And then from here, right foot to the left, left hand on top, left foot to the T, right hand on top, square step to the corner, palm press to the center. Breathe deep and return to that body being. Because we're practicing slowly. And because this is a practice, it's not that important. It doesn't matter if you do it right or learn it today. You can relax. Split. Facing east, hook, side whip, wild horse, parting its mane. 1. Remember to breathe. 2. 3. Breathing deep. Join the palms. Press. Push. Look left. Glance right. Double press. Horizontal. Split. Hook. Side whip. Yu Yan Chuan So. Jade Lady. Weaving at the shuttle. 1. 2. 3. 4. Ji, left grasp, right press down, step forward, Ji, squeeze. On, push, left, glance, right, double press, horizontal, split, hook, corner whip, snake, creep it down. Now on the right side, Jinji Duli, means my right knee and right hand come up. On the left, Jinji Duli, I'm standing on the right, left side up. Transition smoothly into repulse the monkey. 1. 2. 3. Sheer fade. Diagonal flying. Heidi Zhang. This should be the other foot in the third section. Send palm bay. Turn. Block. Punch. Kick. Square step. Lawn. Focus power. Punch. Head top up. Tailbone down. Li Bu Hua. Shang Bu Li. Breathe deep. Press. Push. Left. Glance right. Double press. Horizontal. Split. Hook. Side whip. This is cloud hands in the third section. Press right and left. Press right and left. 1 more on each side. Press, press, step, hook. Corner whip. Keep the waist turning for snake. Flashes its tongue. We're going to turn 180, pull with the right side, kick with the right side, scoop in with all three, cross kick, square step, brush low, punch low, half, fold knees, change step, breathe deep, roll back. Squeeze, push, left, that's right, double press, horizontal split. We are almost there. Hook, corner whip. This is the second snake, creeps down, and now we return west, step up to 7 stars. Turn 90 degrees to north, Xuan Sen, Huahu, beak fist in the back. Turning 180, Bai Lian. Wong Gong Su, who is open bow to shoot a tiger, block, punch, kick, square step, lan, shui. You know what Rufeng, Sli indicates. The form is ending. Turn back to the front. Return tiger to mountain. Roll it. Punch right, punch left. Bring everything back to the center. Take a deep breath. That's speeding through the, we're going very quickly through the form. When you practice at home, when you have the time, and you like to go to your yard, to the park, to the space where you can practice. Some people like to put in music. However you practice, don't practice this fast, right? We did the standing meditation when we started the class. Do it a little bit before you start your practice, and you'll feel the body quality changing. You should. In fact, the meditation, there's no replacement for practice. If you have injury or you need to make an adjustment because of long-term wear on your body, you need to stretch. You need to do the yoga, the Dao Yin, the soft stretching that we do. But if your body is in good enough shape, if it's in a basic shape where the tendons and muscles and bones are aligned to a certain high 90 percentile, you can do the stretching by standing. You can do all of the external work internally, unless the external work needs done, right? So that's a different thing. Before we close, does anyone have questions, comments, ideas? I think we have about 10 minutes left, but I'm going to do some Qigong and then wrap up. So let's take some time. Allow your base to become the way earlier when we're standing like this. Make your feet parallel. I know that this camera has a very wide angle of view, so I think it's under 90-degree angle. So make your feet parallel, sink your tailbone down. The same type of relaxation as if we were sitting or standing, doing this standing meditation, like you're going to sit your tailbone down, pull your head top up, relax your shoulders, expand, breathing deep, and then turn from here. We're going to turn from one side, inhale, all the way to the top. Allow your hands to touch, and then exhale all the way to the bottom. Keep the head up there. So focus on your spine, relax your tailbone, pull the head top up, turning the same. If you look up or down, don't adjust your spine position. Breathing deep. For those of you that don't know, the nickname for this Qigong is called turning around the center, raising hands up and down. The Mandarin name, I'm not going to try to pronounce, but it translates the same. turning around the body, waving the hands, something like this. So in this, breathing all the way to the top, letting the hands touch, and then exhaling. Try to make everything as smooth and continuous as your Tai Chi. You can practice your Tai Chi timing. So your waist turn is lining up with the shoulder movement. So as you turn the waist, the arms coming up, make everything smooth and continuous, and then add the breathing. You don't have to, but you can think of inhale on one side and exhale on the other side. You can reverse it. Turning the waist. Try to get as close to 180. Don't turn your hips. And on your next one, when you get up to the center, change directions. So if I'm looking to my right, at the center, I stop. I'm going to change. Exhaling on the right. Now up the other side. This is a Qigong that can be a Tai Chi Qigong. What's the difference between a Qigong and a Tai Chi Qigong? Tai Chi Qigong is any type of Qigong exercise that also has self-defense involved. Physical, not just the standing. We might think about self-defense, but we're just standing. Here, you can make this one a Tai Chi Qigong. You have opponents. How do the arm movements affect? Keep the hands within the vision, and the vision follows the hands. The hands and the eyes work together. Do two more. I'm not counting, so if you're being specific, you have to balance it out on your time. Breathing deep, come to the center, let your hands float, relax, have that body being, and while it's floating, see if you can feel the air, the atmospheric pressure. Make your arms so lightweight, even more. Relax the shoulders even more. Everything's so light. Remember to breathe. When you finish, bring your feet together in the center. Bring your hands together. Let's do just a little bit of meditation. So we practice moving the mind inside the body. Let's do the same. Put it into your geometric center, into your navel. Your body only has one center. It's right here. So take a deep breath. Imagine pulling all of that chi into the center, all of the energy. And then take a second internally. You don't have to smile externally, but internally smile to yourself. And so that you can hear yourself in your mind's eye or in your mind's ear, take a second to have gratitude for yourself, to yourself, for yourself. Breathing deep, move your mind up into the center of your chest. Your heart chakra sits behind the sternum. Take a long, deep breath. Expand your whole chest. Relax. Your heart is a muscle. So, with your mind in the center, send the command to relax your heart. Take a second to smile. You can do it internally, externally. And then internally in your mind's ear, take a second to give thanks to your heart. It's working 24/7, 365 for however many years you've been alive. That's a pretty good piece of equipment. Long, deep breath, and then move your mind up into the center of your brain. You can think of the third eye point above and between the eyes, in the center there. And then again, take a long, deep breath. Imagine that your brain can also relax and expand the same way that your body did. So breathing deep, relax your mind. And then it's working. You're learning Tai Chi, which is complex, difficult to learn in real life. You're learning on a camera. This is extraordinary. So smile to your brain and internally take a second to give thanks, have gratitude for your brain. And then one more time, move the mind as far away. This is imagination practice. If you're inside, imagine you can see through the roof and position your camera far off as you can imagine, and see yourself as even further away. And then when you see yourself from that distance, way out there, take a second to smile to yourself. Long, deep breath, and then bring your mind all the way back to the center, to your dantian, all the way into the navel. Long breath, and then intentionally closing, intentionally finishing your practice. Breathe deep. That's it. Thank you. Call, text. Right.
Yeah, great class, Ryan. Practice the third section now. Got almost all of the custom moves, right?
Yeah, I think
maybe the last after snake creeps down.
There's a bunch because there's like the punch low, the dibouhua, the third dibouhua is a fake. There's like a half fold knees. Let's see, change step, roll back, hook. We have second snake creeps down, and then step up to 7 stars.
Step up to 7 stars.
Yeah, with half dibouhua, 7 stars. Kwahu, mount a
What is
tiger.
that in English? What is that, kwahu in English?
Ride a tiger.
Ride a tiger.
Yeah, I don't know if kwa is the same word we're using for kwa here, like we say like.
Saddle.
Yeah, kwa. Yeah, so. Oh, that's interesting. Does it translate to saddle? So kwahu is mount a tiger. And coming off of step up to 7 stars, turning 90 with this hit back here, and then Bailian.
Oh, that's true. We have quite a few.
And then open the bow to shoot a tiger, block, punch, kick. So there's still like 4 or 5 custom movements, but some of them like dibouhua, the half dibouhua, we've already done it. It's just a lower. Instead of once you've done the punch to groin, instead of sinking all the way, you just sink halfway. It's a motor setting trick to fool the opponent into something. Okay, we're coming up. All right, thank you, Aaron, everybody. I will see you online.
Yeah, take it easy.
Have a great weekend. Thanks, guys.